Every human being has someone close to them, should be guided and told that don't only think about yourself, there are other people also you need to take care of, because you haven't come to this world only for yourself, you have come to this world for a purpose. And that purpose is to serve humanity. It is usually said that love yourself before you love others. No doubt, it has a lot of weightage, and you do need to think about yourself before you think about others. But there are certain people who know that they have to love themselves, but then they don't pay attention to the full line. They don't pay attention to what is needed to be universal or taken into consideration, and understand what needs to be registered and what does not need to be registered. There are those people who know that they should love themselves, but they develop a certain behavior which is called I, me, and myself. Now, this thing that I, me, and myself is also thinking about yourself. What is wrong in it? But there's a small problem here. The person who thinks about himself only, in spite of knowing that you should think about yourself and then about others, they forget the second half of the content. They only concentrate on what they wanted to hear. And that was I, me, myself. That means I am the only person on this planet. I love myself, and everything that is going to happen is going to be around me. That means they're so full of themselves that they feel that it's only they who have come to this planet alone. And the rest are people who need to adjust with them or understand them. And if they don't, then they don't care. They will continue being I, me, myself. Now, this happens in many relationships. That some people who only think about themselves, and it is important that you think about others, but first about yourself. But that does not mean that the important chores of life or important family values and things that you have to do for your family should also be put away somewhere, tucked away somewhere, and that person then concentrates only on himself. A person who thinks about himself only is a person who is very difficult to live with, because they're so much into themselves that they don't have that window, that window from which you can peep out and look at the world. They've pulled down the shutter of that window. So what happens is, now it's dark inside, now they can't look around anywhere. So whom do they look for? Themselves. So when they're so used to looking for themselves or looking after themselves, they don't know how to behave towards other people, or they don't know how to think beyond themselves and feel or empathize with maybe the family or people who are in this world, who are in their society or a relationship or anything. Anywhere, anything needs to be done, they will be the first ones to think about themselves. Now, people who think about I, me, and self also talk about I, me, and self. They, if there's anything they wish to speak, it'll be about themselves. If they think of doing anything, they will think of doing it for themselves first. And if they want to do something also, they think I can do it better myself. So, in the entire process, this statement of I, me, and myself unknowingly does not go in favor of them. Because people who live in this world, they are then very insensitive towards the others who live with them. They have children, they have spouses, they have family members, or they've been brought up by parents and brothers and sisters. But because their ideology is only thinking about themselves, they lack empathy, they lack sympathy, they lack love, emotions. Yes, they know the emotion love, but they know that that love emotion is only to love themselves and no one else. But this is a very, very toxic and harmful emotion, which is positively going to have an impact on the full family. Because when the person is only going to think about himself, then the rest are left to do and manage on their own. So, that attitude of yours will have some kind of hindrance or effect on the rest of the family. But then what did that person achieve? Does he think that he has come to this world alone? Or does he think that everybody in this world comes only for themselves? Well, if he thinks like that, there should be someone, because every human being has someone close to them, should be guided and told that don't only think about yourself, there are other people also you need to take care of, because you haven't come to this world only for yourself. You've come to this world for a purpose, and that purpose is to serve humanity, or responsibilities that have been given to you as a family person, and you need to execute them. Because what happens is, such people become very negative people also. They're usually, anything not going according to them is going to hassle them. And if it hassles them, they're going to switch off. And if they switch off, then they disconnect from everybody. So, my opinion is that such people, in fact, I think parents in childhood, when the child is growing up, should be very particular and careful about how the child's behavior and emotional state is functioning. Because that is the time you can reverse or bring changes in that particular person. Because the person could be very nice, everything could be wonderful. But as you get more and more older and you get more and more having your way with people, then you forget and do not even realize that everybody is existing around you and they also need space for survival. Because such people can choke you also. So it's just a thing that I thought I'd like to share, that there are people who need to be shown the mirror so that they can also contribute a bit to the society. Thank you.